What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another First Descendant video. So we've got two juicy farming strats for you today for farming high chance energy activator relics, and also what I've been doing with the Enzo Descendant as far as farming tons of resources for the crystallization catalyst and tons of Kuiper shards, aka Endo. So I'll be showing you the two strategies I used yesterday on stream for getting all these things, and basically why you should do them and what could potentially be useful out of this stuff. So let's get right into it. But heads up before we get into this, this will be using and utilizing two specific descendants, okay? If you don't have these descendants, these strategies will not work the same way, okay? But thankfully with the second strategy, you can maybe find a way to make it work still, okay? So let's get right into what we have. Before we do, make sure you're still this channel. We do daily video uploads. We got lots of First Descendant guide videos on the way, lots of Warframe guide videos and TennoCon coverage as well. So go ahead and hit that sub button if you're not already. I really appreciate the support in the recent videos, guys. Let's get right into the first farm. It's going to be the, I call them public events. I don't know. I think they're called like Strategic Outpost or something. Yeah, Strategic Outpost. So Strategic Outpost farm on the Fortress will be our first farm strategy. And this will be utilizing the Sharen Descendant. It will not really work on anyone besides Sharen. And that being said, the more Sharens, the better. You have to have 4 invisible buttons pushed, or 4 buttons pushed by an invisible character as quickly as possible. So 3 or 4 Sharens will do this really quick. Now, technically, if you can have like a fourth player as a bunny, like have 3 Sharens hack the stuff that have the fourth bunny come and kill the boss, that also works too. But if you have like a maxed out Sharen build, you can basically kill this boss really easily. But if you don't, like me, you might want to throw on some defense mods and stuff too. But yeah. Main thing here, we'll be farming these amorphous material patterns very, very quickly. So the way the strategy we're utilizing, we're getting back-to-back relics in like, I don't know, a minute or two. So if you do these strategies in this video, you'll be getting tons of the 1-2-3 relic and the 1-2-1 relic. In addition, the 120 relic, I think the 119 relic even too. So we're going to a very specific strategy spot in the game. I think it's the only spot in the entire game that does this. We're going to the Fortress, and we're going to be going to a spot in the Fortress to run these special public event missions back-to-back. Why should we play Sharen for this? And actually, why do we have to play Sharen for this? It comes down to Sharen's invisibility ability and the extra loot it can provide to you. So we're going to go ahead and look at the spot I'm telling you about right now. So we go to the Fortress. Now, the exact spot we're looking to go for, it's right here. So we're going to be going between these two missions. The Converter Facility Volga Strategic Outpost and the Defensive Line Volga Strategic Outpost. So what we're going to do is we're going to literally go here. We're going to load in. Everyone should be on Sharen. And we're going to hack this. So the reason Sharen works, if you scroll down, additional rewards for successful infiltration. There is a 5 to 25% chance for this 1-2-3 relic. It should be a 25% chance if you're hacking with Sharen, okay? So a 25% chance for the 1-2-3 relic. What does the 1-2-3 relic contain? It has a 6% drop chance for a energy activator, which is a reactor, basically. It's got a 20% chance for a bunny ultimate part, too. So that was what I was initially interested in. But yes, it's also a good drop rate for energy activators as far as the other things in this game are concerned. Now, it is a little bit annoying. You have to open it on the Fortress, the defensive line. But if you have an ice character or if you have a no attribute character, you can get the polymer void shards needed for that really easily. So yeah, you can get these really quick. So what you just basically do is you load into the Fortress with your whole team. You guys go to the defensive line teleport spot. You run over here. You do the stealth public event. All it takes is just pushing the button as invis. After you're done, you literally walk through this door right here, the gate, and you will be instantly on the next public event. But make sure you put your instance on private. If you have the instance on private, these events will not have a timer, okay? So you just do this event. Go over here. Do this event. Go over here. Make sure you're stealthing it every time. You're going to get tons and tons of these relics, guys. And if you could open them somewhat efficiently, you'll be potentially getting energy activators out of them as well. So that's pretty good as far as the grand scheme of, farming in this game. The energy activators have bad drop rates no matter what you do. So you basically need to be doing things like this to get the most efficient drop rates. Because the non-hard mode relics are 3% drop rate. The hard mode relics are 6% drop rate. What are they called again? The shape stabilizers will increase the drop rate to 10%. But we all know that ain't nobody got those. They're so rare. But yeah, those technically can drop here too. It's like a 3% drop rate, but it can happen. So that's going to be the first strategy guide, the Sharen stealth farm of the public events on the Fortress. It's really the only good spot for it that I'm aware of. Now, you could teleport back and forth to other spots, but these ones are literally right here. You walk there, you're good. You walk there, you're good. Now, when you're entering the circle, make sure everyone enters the circle at the same time, okay? If you don't enter the circle at the same time, one of your players will be awkwardly teleported into the middle, non-invis, and will ruin the entire thing, okay? You want to be invis, hacking these things. If you don't, you're not going to get the maximum loot. And you want the maximum loot if you want to make this actually efficient, okay? As far as the Sharen build I was using, reminder, like I said, I was only like level 25 of my Sharen, so I'm not even maxed out. She's level 26 right now. But the big things you want to go for is you want to go for duration, lots of duration, and then also some cooldown if you can. You want to make sure you can go invis whenever you want to, but the more duration, the better, honestly. I can't fit every duration mod on here, but if I could, there'd be some more duration to be had. The longer you have duration, the more invis you are in, and her invis with this build, it's not even maxed out, is 15 seconds. That's enough to hit every box, but yeah, ideally you have 4 Sharens, and each Sharen punches 1 box. So that's all you really need to do. The rest of this stuff, you can use her ulti if you have a good power build to kill the boss. But really, maybe have 3 Sharens and 1 bunny, have the bunny kill the boss. Because, I mean, I'm not looking to drop 25 bucks on Sharen right now. I'm waiting for Sharen Ultimate, honestly. So that's what I'd recommend for that. Let's move on to the secondary strategy, or rather the other strategy I was using yesterday, the Enzo box farming strat. Now we have a couple good strategies here for you. One of them is going to involve the teleport spots that's giving us hundreds of thousands of endo in mere minutes. Now, as far as the team comp for this one, it's not going to be 3 Sharens or 4 Sharens like last time. This one's going to, but it is going to require certain frames, okay? You must have 2 of the Enzo Descendant to do this farm. If you don't have 2 of the Enzo Descendant, hopefully you got 1 of the Enzo Descendant. If you don't have any Enzo Descendants, just don't even do this farm until you get players that you know that have Enzo, or like you can go to a squad that has Enzo in it. Why must you have the Enzo Descendant for this? It boils down to the fact that one of his abilities literally just gives you more loot from these specific missions, okay? The encrypted vault farm gives you, so the most I've gotten is 79,000 Kuiper shards from 1 opened box. That's with 2 Enzos in my squad and 2 non-Enzos in my squad. The reason you need 2 Enzos in the squad is his passive becomes enhanced when there are 2 of the same character in the squad. So the way we're going to be doing this, we're going to be going to the Agna Desert, and there's multiple spots you could do this, but I'm doing on the Agna Desert. And we're going to be looking for these code breaker boxes. So once you activate this, it's a really easy hacking puzzle if you've ever played Warframe, and it becomes easier when you have Enzo. Now, reminder too, make sure the person hacking the box is an Enzo. If a bunny hacks the box, if a Sharen hacks the box or whatever, it will not be the proper loot, okay? Make sure that in your squad, you don't need 4 Enzos, you only need 2 Enzos, but make sure the Enzo is the one opening these boxes. Now, the way you find these boxes, you must activate your, I think it's called the active. It's like your radar, basically. You go to these areas, you push the radar button, and it will make a pinging noise. The pinging noise will sound different if you are looking towards one of these boxes. And here's an ultra precision box right here. This one could give you 79k. But yeah, you hear the pinging properly, it will send you towards the box. There can be up to 3 boxes in an area, okay? And yes, that means that 2 79k boxes can spawn right next to each other. We actually had that later in this mission. There's 74k right there. I've gotten 79k. But yes, once you open the box, don't immediately teleport away. There is a lingering ping after you open the box. So keep that in mind that if you're hitting a second ping, it might be the box you just opened. Now, as far as the location on this, I'm going to recommend the Agna Desert. Now, there's 2 different teleport spots to this. You can go to the Remnants or you can go to the Mining Zone. I've had the most success with double purple boxes on the Remnants area, but you just saw some footage of the Mining area, so they're both good, honestly. It just depends if you know where the spawn spots for these are. But the main spot you should go to is the Agna Desert special cliff teleport spot here. The one we just went to, this one feels like it has a guaranteed spawn of these boxes every single time. But as you can see, my team is just looking for it. When they find one, they tell everybody, and we found one. One of the Enzos goes over there, opens the box. Now, make sure if you are wanting to get all the loot, you are nearby the box when it opens, because the box will drop rare resources on the ground that you must pick up manually, because it's not going to automatically give it to you. There you go. For a non-high tier, so there's different tiers of the boxes. The lower tier boxes can give you like 25k. The highest, like I said, the highest I ever got is 79k from 1 box. So I don't even have an Enzo build, to be honest. My Enzo is literally level 1 in this, or he's level like 4 in this footage. But yeah, the main thing to know about here is where you should teleport. So for this, as far as, you know, getting Enzo and all that, this is not an Enzo farming guy. This is just how you should use Enzo. I think I farmed him from, like, just some, like, relics or something. But, yeah, equip him. The main thing we're caring about here is the Fire Supporter skill. And as you see, Fire Support effect enhanced when the same Descendant is present within the party or squad. So, that basically just means 2 Enzos is the way to do it. 1 Enzo is still good, but not as much loot. And the build, I don't even think, yeah, I have mods on it technically, but it's just to stay alive. You're not going to be fighting any enemies for this. But yeah, the big thing here, where you're going to be teleported to, you go to the Agna Desert. So you'll be alternating between this teleport spot. I'm actually just going to go ahead and I'll teleport here and show you real quick. You're going to be alternating between this teleport spot and either the mining zone or the remnants. Like I said, I've had a good experience with the remnant spot, but mining zone also is great too. So it's really whatever one you want to go to. I will say for the mining zone and the remnants, learn your spawn spots, honestly. All right, speaking of which, I'm going to show you how to get this Enzo box right now. So we load into here. That's the beep of you're looking the wrong way. That's the beep of you're looking the right way. So that means I already know where this one's going to be because we've done this farm so much. But basically, over along this ledge, there will be like 3 or 4 different spawn spots. And you go over there and make sure you have your code breakers. And we found a box right here. It looks like a low tier box. So you can tell how high the box is just by the visuals of it. And you can also look in your inventory too. Now, just killing enemies all over the place will drop these things. These are the things you use to open these boxes. So I can tell this one's a low tier box, so it'll probably be like the easiest hacking puzzle you've ever seen. These purple ultra precision code breakers, that's how you get the 79k per open, guys. Okay? Let's go ahead and see how much I get solo with this normal code breaker, which should not be that much endo at all. Okay, so you go into the hacking puzzle, and it doesn't get any easier than that. Like, I don't even deserve any loot for doing that. Okay, so the resource they drop is a crystallization catalyst building resource. So that's pretty nice. Now let's go over to the remnant. I'm going to show you the spot that I like, but yeah, the mining field's also fine too. So we're just going to do exactly what we just did right there, back to back to back. And yeah, we got over 1 million endo in an hour, I'm pretty sure. So it was pretty disgusting, honestly. So if you have Enzo, this is great. If you don't have Enzo, try to find 2 people that do have Enzo and then not leech off of them, but basically have them in your squad. So let's go ahead and see. So we spawned in here, and we're going to hit our scan button. Now, the spawns can be a little bit further away, and they can be in these buildings too. So let's see if we got anything. Okay, looks like we didn't get anything. So it is technically RNG. There are times you load it and you get no spawns. And there's a really far back spawn here, so it looks like we didn't get that either. But yeah, so like, once you get used to all the spawn spots, guys, you'll be swimming in the Kuiper shards, swimming in the formal resources. Yeah, way back here, there's a precision spot that can spawn too. So hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. I wish it didn't have to be like, okay, you have to have Enzo to do this, because I personally don't think the Enzo's ability should even exist like this, but it does, and it is definitely one of the best Endo farms best Kuiper shard farms in the game. And if you're just sick of mindlessly killing everything as bunny for, like, drops and all that, this could be an interesting way to try it out. So let me know if you guys have any other strategy, guys, that you think is worth checking out in the comments down below. Yeah, and relic farming with Sharen, and Kuiper shard farming and like resource farming with Enzo. Really good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Bye.